Hello and welcome. Today we have our development director Ethan, and I have some questions for you so we can all get to know you better. So my first question is, if you could answer shortly, what's a typical day at work?
Of course. So I suppose really a typical day is broken into two halves. It's dealing with the existing property portfolio and any requirements that might have, and then really looking at our potential sites, which are sites we'd like to buy, and just seeing what I can do to help with those, whether that's looking at the appraisals, helping with negotiations, looking at designs, that sort of thing. That's generally a typical day.
Okay, that sounds like a busy day. And what's the most rewarding part of your day?
I think the most rewarding part probably of the job, in fairness, is after you spend a lot of time working on these projects, the best thing from my perspective at the end is you get to see the finished product. There's a tangible thing there that you've helped work towards with the team.
And if you could mention us, what was the most recent achievement you are proud of?
Sure. So I think the thing that I'm most recently proud of in terms of achievement is working towards quite a large development loan for our first student development in Bournemouth. So the loan was around £8.5 million, working with the new bank. So getting that over the line was quite a big achievement for me personally, being part of that process, but also I think for the business.
Wow, that's very impressive. Thank you for sharing. And how do you stay motivated and productive throughout the day? What's your tip for that?
Sure. I think at the start of the day, I like to itemize out really the key tasks that I need to achieve. For me, a good day is if I can make sure that those handful of tasks are completed. Anything on top of that is really a bonus. But I think just really, as I say, itemizing out what you need to get done keeps you on top of things.
Like priorities.
Exactly.
Right? Okay, and what's your go-to strategy, if you could share with us, when you have a stressful day? What strategy you use for
sure.
that?
I think sometimes problems in this industry can seem quite overwhelming. They're often quite complex. So I try and just break those down into smaller steps and try and think of a logical way through that rather than just kind of look at the whole problem and panic.
Yeah, that's a great advice. Thank you so much. And the very last question today is, how do you relax after a busy day?
Sure. So I think probably a handful of hobbies that I have. I quite enjoy playing golf. So that's one way you're sort of out in the open air and walking with friends and playing golf, and I often enjoy that. Yeah. I have 2 dogs at home and a wife. And spending time with them is really good fun, obviously. Yeah. And I also ride motorbikes, so that's a great way for me to take my mind off work and think about other things.
Great, sounds very great, and thank you so much for sharing your insights today, and I'll see you around.
Good to see you, cheers.